Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the 9th annual Cheeky Schoolie Tournament Awards Ceremony. We are thrilled to be streaming to you live here from our Cheeky HQ in Dennis, Mass. Certainly a little bit of a different stage than we were hoping for this year. We'd love to be celebrating all with you in person, but certainly under the circumstances, we are just very excited to bring tonight's program to you. We have some killer content that we're going to be showing you tonight from all of our great sponsors, and we're also going to be unveiling the live leaderboard. I don't even know what has happened yet, so there will be quite a bit of drama. And I also have my partner in crime here, Peter Vandergriff, Chief Marketing Officer at Cheeky. He was live on the scene all day. What did you see out there today, Peter?
Well, it's just amazing that I can be here in smoky old Montana and that I can get a live look in. I mean, we went all over the Cape with James Joyner and the Drake. We checked in with Rex Messing of Sims Fishing Products, and we checked in with longtime Schoolie participant Joe Giugino of Costa Sunglasses. We also went down, we were down in just outside of New York City in Jamaica Bay on a boat with our friends from Stripers Forever, and we started off the day in the Chesapeake Bay, just off the water, with Tony from ASGA, and not to mention checking in with one of our favorite people, Ambassador Abby Schuster. We checked in with her. She was just right over the channel there in Martha's Vineyard.
That's great. Peter was all over the place checking in live with all of the participants and some of our great sponsors. This broadcast tonight is open to the participants, but also open to the public. So I just wanted to take a minute and explain who we are and why we do this. This tournament, the Cheeky Schoolie Tournament, now in its 9th year, has always been about two things: the participants, you, and the fish. And conservation. I was blown away when we made our COVID announcement. We had to make some postponements, delays, and ultimately we moved our event from May to September. And this is it's become the world's largest fly fishing tournament. And when we made these announcements and delays and changes to the event to move it to September, 87% of our participants, 466 people, stayed with us. And we were blown away by that. A true testament to all of you, our wonderful participants. And if you're watching this and you weren't able to participate this year, we'd certainly look forward to having you in 2021, which will be our 10th anniversary, and a year where we can give back even more to the fish. 100% of the proceeds from this event go to our conservation partners, Stripers Forever, Keep Fish Wet, and the American Saltwater Guide Association. So we're very excited, and that's why we do what we do. This is about the fish. I've been made a note here that we have raffle tickets available on our website still for the next maybe 10 minutes or so. People are going to be able to go on our page. You'll see raffle tickets. Those are open to the general public, and 100% of those proceeds will again go to support our nonprofit partners. So if you want to get in on the live action tonight, that would be your chance. So head on over to our Schoolie Tournament page on the cheekyfishing.com website, and you'll be able to purchase some raffle tickets there. The participants, the fish, conservation, and of course, our sponsors. We have amazing sponsors. In particular, I want to give a great shout out to Sims. They're our presenting sponsor this year, and they have really stepped up huge, not only for the tournament and supporting us through this transition to the digital version that we've run this year, but also for conservation. They really stepped up huge. So big hats off to Sims. And then I also want to make mention of Costa, Yeti, TNT, and of course Oscar Blues Brewery. Cheers, everybody. Those are other major contributors without whom we really could not make this event possible. So we really want to give a big thanks to our sponsors. And before, we're going to get into a live leaderboard look here in a second. We're going to show what we're going to do with the leaderboard is we're going to show the top 30 placing teams. And it was very tight. I don't know who won or where people are going to show up. And we're going to unveil them chunk at a time over the course of the evening. The first unveiling is coming up in just a second. We're going to unveil spots 21 through 30. Before I do that, just a quick summary on the rules and what this tournament is. It's a fly fishing, wade fishing, catch and release only striped bass tournament. The boundaries are all of Cape Cod, and you have to be wade fishing, so 2 feet on the ground. No boats, no flippers, no paddles, and you have to stay together with your teammates. Teams of 2, grab a buddy, come down, go fishing, wet a line, no barrier to entry, and support the fish. So that's just a little quick rules recap on how this tournament is run. I think now we're gonna go take a look at the live leaderboard. We're going to unveil spots 21 through 30. So let's do that now. So I believe we have that up on the screen. So just a quick note here, when you're looking at 21 through 30, for example, Wicked Nasa in place 21, 5,100. That actually stands for 51 inches, and so on and so forth. 48.5 inches, 47.0 inches. We had a little bit of a technical difficulty right here at the end with the leaderboard, which is why we were a couple minutes late. But that translation should make sense. Again, place 30, Lineside Legends, 43.5 inches. I heard it was a little bit windy out there today. You may have noticed. We had winds up to 30 miles per hour, and I think that made some challenging conditions. But I did also hear that there are some big fish out there, and we are excited to unveil those at our next live leaderboard check-in, and we are definitely going to come back to that. Peter, anything you want to add before we move into a video segment where we have some great things to show from some of our great sponsors?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to say a couple things. You know, when I was talking to some of the competitors and people all around the Cape today, it was pretty windy out there. You could hear that wind blowing, and I think what I heard is part of the key to this was finding those places out of the wind, but also finding those places, maybe the wind pushed some bait to an unexpected spot. So I think we had some people that might have been trying some new stuff, and I'm really excited to see how everything unfolds. And I'm most excited, Ted, and you know this, about finding out who caught the largest striper. Because we have a little side bet going, Ted and I. And the bet is, I believe that we're going to see the biggest striper we've ever seen in this event today. And Ted thinks that, nope, that's going to happen next year at our 10-year anniversary. He wants it to happen on 10 years. If I win, he has to shave his beard. If he wins, I have to get rid of this lovely COVID growth. So I'm pretty confident. You had the wind in your favor, but boy, we have a lot of big fish around, as we've heard.
Well, I certainly take no pleasure if I am right. I always want the biggest fish to be caught. But I also, being from the Northeast, I know you're from Missoula, I know how hard it is to catch a 37-inch bass to take the new title. So we'll have to wait and see. Cool, with that, why don't we go into our first video segment? We have some pretty cool content we're about to show you. Stay tuned, we'll be back.
There's a memory chest that resides in our heads, and each and every one of us is responsible for what goes inside. Here's to filling it with people and places and times that confirm you didn't take anything for granted, but rather savored and got after it and lived and did. Your first love will be in there. Friends from long ago. There will be a dog or two. The house you grew up in, your first paycheck, your daughter's wedding. But those just scratch the surface, because you fished, and fished life as well as you lived it. And now, there are rivers to revisit and discover, lakes and oceans to explore. You have boats once again to row and commandeer. There's the trout, and the bass, and the tarpon that came to hand. The fish you hooked, but never saw. There are sunrises and sunsets, too many to count. Fishing buddies and campfires, dirt roads and boat launches, road trips, snowy days when the only other angler out there is you. And on it goes. And on, and on, and on. Lucky you.
Hey everyone, I'm Taylor Vavra, National Board Member at Stripers Forever. I'm coming to you from my deck overlooking the Hudson River here in New York. Undoubtedly, some of the fish caught today on the Cape were spawned right here in the Hudson. First off, I'd like to give a big shout out and a thank you to the team at Cheeky for putting together another great Schoolie tournament in the face of very uncertain times. I'd also like to thank all the anglers for your participation and contribution to conservation. With stripers in big trouble, being declared by the ASMFC as overfished, with overfishing occurring, it was more important than ever for Cheeky to step up and make sure the fish came first. They did just that. Working with our conservation co-sponsor Keep Fish Wet, they developed new rules and practices to make sure every fish swims another day. We applaud them on this effort and we're proud to be part of the event again this year. While the new regulations largely prevent keeping breeding female stripers, we still feel it's important to reward and educate anglers on their importance in recovering the stock. Large female bass can live to be over 20 years old, and in that time provide many important breeding seasons, producing millions of eggs. Up until recent regulation changes, these large females often lacked the protection they needed. Today we announce prizes for the 2020 Release a Breeder Club, just in time for the first ever fall Cheeky Schoolie tournament, where you might have actually got a shot at a big fish. We created the Release a Breeder Club to counteract those regulations, educate and encourage the safe release of breeding stripers. Please check out our website, stripersforever.org/RBC, for more information and to see all the great prizes our brand partners have donated. Any fish larger than 36 inches that was released in 2020 follows the RBC rules, qualifies. The best part is it's all free. Big thank you to Cheeky, Thomas & Thomas, Sims, Wingo, and Keep Fish Wet for their support, the RBC, and all of our conservation efforts. Thanks again to Cheeky for a wonderful event, and thank you to all the anglers that participated. We're already looking forward to next year.
They're every man's fish. You can catch them on top water, you can catch them in a boat, you can catch them from the surf.
Sight fish them, live bait, whatever you want.
He'll be in frothing surf in the worst weather in the world.
It's really challenging, it's really intimate. You know, you're in quiet estuaries hunting these fish one by one, and you know, it's a really visual, cool way to approach them.
Got him.
Watch these stripers, they're just like bonefish, you see them everywhere.
The striped bass will sometimes even tail on the flats, which is so wild to see. Their bodies aren't set up like bonefish are.
When they're blitzing, when you see them in the waves, it just puts me in another world.
I'll bring them in.
They just get violent, you know, so aggressive. The takes are amazing. They're cartwheeling out of the water trying to eat these poppers.
They're trying to kill it to get it out of their way. It's a reaction. They're territorial.
They're available inshore and offshore. They're here from about March, April. You can catch them in the winter if you want.
They're just an amazing fish of where they go, what they can do, how aggressive they could be.
It's the linchpin that holds recreational fishing in New England together.
All right, welcome back. Thank you so much Sims, Stripers Forever, and then a little sneak peek at a film we have coming up on striped bass. Pretty cool stuff there. One thing I failed to mention last time around that I wanted to shout out, links went out for trivia questions in some of our communications. You'll also find those on our Schoolie page. We have 4 trivia questions that we're going to be asking tonight. So brush up on that striped bass knowledge, brush up on that Cape Cod history. There's still time to submit your answers to our trivia questions via those links. And if you head to our page now, you'll be able to submit. If you do get a correct question, you'll be entered to win some pretty sweet prizes tonight. So keep trivia on your radar here. In fact, we'll reveal a trivia question in this segment here in the next few minutes. But before I do that, I think it's time to give away some prizes. We have...
I agree.
Right? So we have 7 epic raffle prizes, 3 prizes that are available to the general public. We have trivia questions going out. We have social media awards, prizes for various components of the tournament, and then we have epic podium prizes as well. So we have over $25,000 to give away tonight in prizes. And again, a huge thank you to our sponsors, Sims presenting the event tonight, and also Costa, Yeti, TNT, and Oscar Blues making this all possible. So why don't we go ahead? So this is how we've done this in the digital COVID age. We've done a random number generator, and I have had the winners for the 7 raffle prizes placed in front of me. Again, these are participants from the tournament. And the first prize that we're giving away tonight, raffle prize number 1, is an HMH 45th anniversary vise. Very cool there. That'll keep you going all winter long, tying flies. And we're gonna pair that with some Costa sunglasses. And of course, our friends at Rep Your Water have provided an awesome apparel package as well. So again, an HMH 45th anniversary vise, Costa sunglasses, and a Rep Your Water prize pack. And the winner of the first raffle prize on Team 9 weight, you're probably looking at each other right now wondering who won. Mike McKean. Congratulations, Mike. Mike McKean has won our first raffle here, and we will definitely be mailing all prizes for the event, so we'll reach out to you to get your contact information on Monday. Hang tight until then, and we'll get your information and we'll get your prizes shipped out. Congratulations, Mike McKean. Okay, great. Why don't we do another live leaderboard look-in? If you were with us on the broadcast earlier, we are releasing the top 30 teams tonight on the broadcast. And then we'll publish the entire leaderboard on the website very shortly as well. But tonight we're going to reveal the top 30 teams. It was crazy verifying all the scores. A lot of fish were caught, but we're excited to be able to show you the top 30 tonight. We've already revealed 21 through 30. Now we're going to unveil 11 through 30, so you'll be able to see who placed in the top 30, 11, again, places 11 through 30. So why don't we go to that screen now, if we can. Great, so I think we have it up now. You'll see, let's see, these are some pretty good scores now as we approach the top 10. It looks like a tie in 11th place. Team E and Tips Up at 85 inches apiece. Again, due to just a slight technical difficulty, the way we're representing the total inches caught of the 4 striped bass for the tournament participants tonight. 8500, 8500 stands for 85.00. You'll see in 15th place, Dazed and Confused. They registered a score of 65.5. Pretty impressive given the circumstances out there today and that win. I mean, really anyone completing a 4-fish scorecard today should really be proud. And frankly, it's never really been about the results for us. That's why we have so many prizes that are off the podium and raffle prizes. This tournament, frankly, if we can deliver a fun day on the water for folks, especially this year, to keep something circled on the calendar, that's certainly a big win for us. So am I back live on the screen now? Great. So we're off the leaderboard. That was our second live leaderboard look-in. And the next thing we're going to do is reveal the first trivia question. I'm going to have a little help from Peter, who designed that. But before I do that, I just thought I'd share a little bit about the history of Cape Cod and why we're here. Traditionally, this event is held in May. It has a historic fishery, and for us recreational fly fishing anglers, one of the best parts of that is the catch and release striped bass fishery and the migration that occurs in May as the fish are moving their way up the coast. And so 9 years ago when we started this tournament, it was really just 30 or 40 of us. Peter, you were there, standing around a dirt parking lot, and it has exploded into, again, the world's largest tournament. And I really think that's, again, because of the participants and because of the attitude that it's not about the competition, that it's about the fish. And again, that conservation piece and giving all the proceeds back that's the best moment of the event. And the fish need our help now more than ever. So we really need to do our part. And the tournament needs to stand for more than just a competition. It needs to be a platform for education. And that's why we've brought in partners like Stripers Forever, Keep Fish Wet, and the American Saltwaters Guide Association to help us shape the tournament to become that platform for education and really help for future generations of this fishery. So enough from me. Why don't we have Peter reveal trivia question number 1.
Well, I'll do that, but I just want to add to something you said. Working with our conservation partners, we actually tweaked the rules a little bit this year, and we said, you know what, we're going to be measuring larger fish. So we're not measuring anything that's under 20 inches, and we're measuring them at the water line. We went with rigid rulers this year, so we're doing everything we can to make sure that fish swims away and swims away safely. And, we really did collaborate with these experts to say, hey, what can we do to make this better on the fish? And so when Ted says, anybody who handed in a full sheet, meaning had 4 fish in it, boy, that's a really good day of striped bass fishing, right? That's a really good day. And anyone who handed in really any sheet at all should just be happy that they were out there fishing and not sitting in their house 2,000 miles away. So let's talk a little bit about our trivia. So we have 4 trivia questions, and if you get any of them right, you're entered to win. And we'll let you know the winners via email next week when we get back to the office. This first one is awesome. It's for a Simms Dry Creek roll top bag. So this is great. You're out there in the weather. You want to keep all your stuff dry. You put it in your roll top, completely waterproof. Roll it up, snap it, way out a little bit deeper than you probably should, and all your stuff's going to stay dry. So this question is a great one, I think. Of course, I made all of them up. So the question is, how heavy is the IGFA, so that's the International Fish and Game Association, all-class world record striped bass? So basically that means, what's the biggest one anyone has ever caught in a situation where they've been able to measure it? And this is by pounds. So we had 4 options here, A, B, C, and D. A was 103 pounds and 4 ounces. B was 81 pounds, 14 ounces. C was 63 pounds, 5 ounces, and D was 74 pounds. What do you think, Ted? What would you guess?
That's a good question. I know the answer, I think. Go ahead and reveal it.
Well, I tell you what, if you said B, 81 pounds, 14 ounces, you are correct. And that was caught on August 4th, 2011 in Long Island Sound by Gregory Meyerson. So a little bit further south, that was certainly a breeder. Back to you, Ted.
I'll say. Thank you, Peter. We'll have 3 more of those trivia questions. And again, anyone who submits an answer on our page, a correct answer, will be eligible to win some pretty awesome prizes. That Simms roll top dry bag sounds pretty sweet. Probably could have used it out there today. Okay, great. Next on the agenda, well, first of all, we need to close the raffle tickets. Again, we had some raffle tickets available. Those are now closed. They were open to the general public. All proceeds going to Stripers Forever. So that is now closed. And the next item on our agenda is we are going to go into some more pretty sweet video content. I've seen these next three. Pretty excited to show you what we've got coming up. We'll be back in a few minutes. And in the meantime, we're going to roll tape on a few segments for you. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sasha from Keep Fish Wet. Our mission is to help anglers create better outcomes for the fish they catch and release. When anglers use science-based best practices, evidence shows that more fish survive and are healthier. Our best practices are arranged into 3 simple principles. These are things that any angler can do. They can be used with any type of fishing in any water body anywhere in the world. Our first principle is to minimize air exposure. 10 seconds or less is best for most species. Our second principle is to eliminate contact with dry surfaces. Making sure your hands are wet before you handle a fish and not dragging it up onto the rocks or shoreline is best. Our third principle is to reduce handling time. That's the time from landing to release, and anything you can do to get fish going on their way as soon as possible leaves them healthier. Using best practices is an opportunity for anglers to put conservation into practice and create more resilient fisheries. For more information, visit our website at keepfishwet.org. Thanks.
The tapering is everything. It's the most important thing there is. A fine rod is a rod that you can love. You can't wait to take it out of the case and use it again. You've really accomplished something when you make a rod that is the one someone wants to reach for before all of us others. It is a beautiful and streamlined, efficient animal. I just get overwhelmed with how strong and fast these fish can be. It's a privilege when you hook one, just to touch, see, hold it, because it's a rare occasion. You probably wouldn't have a chance any other way. It takes a rod that is just as strong and has those qualities to stand up to it. Not only to reach the fish, because you're not going to hook a fish if you don't reach them, and then to actually engage in what follows. They call it the fight. I wish there were a better word than that, but it's a beautiful thing to see a fish in its own element, which is why we don't like hurting them when we do catch them. We're rod makers in a broad sense, and we've never indulged ourselves in going offshore and having anything made outside our own shop, our own country, and we're very proud of that. We've got people who have been here 16, 20 years or more, and it takes special people to do it. Not everybody can come here to work. They wouldn't qualify. Those who do are still here after all those years. Getting up to go to Thomas & Thomas wasn't so much like going to work as it is like being a child who's allowed to go and play in the toy box again.
If you're like us, you were made for the water. You wake up when the sun does, add a little sugar, now a little salt. Gear up, load up, start up. Now you're moving. Don't forget your shades, you're gonna need them. Gonna need these, definitely needed this. That's right, breathe it in. If you're like us, you were born with gills and find your peaks in the depths. You don't just spend your life on the water. You come to life on the water. This is where you get down to it, like down. You got him. Yep. Nope. If you're like us, you're not done until you've wrung every drop out of it. You take it all in, now take it all on. That's right, get after it. If you're like us, you throw yourself in every chance you get. You find something to jump off, something high. That's probably too high. Wasn't too high. Rad. If you're like us, you take care of the things you love, and let's just watch this for a second. Okay, if you're like us, you're at home far from home. You find a local, find a bunch of locals. Local, 2 o'clock, hit it, kiss it, that's it. How's that feel? If you're like us, your days aren't full unless they're overflowing. If you're like us, you don't just crave water. You need water to breathe. Costa sunglasses.
All right, welcome back. Thank you so much. Keep Fish Wet, Thomas and Thomas Fly Rods and Costa. That was some pretty sweet content. We've got some more coming up. I thought we'd kick back off by, Peter, what do you think? Should we just give some stuff away?
Let's give some stuff away.
Let's do it. All right, well, off the start, we're going to do, why don't we give away a trip? Let's give away a guided trip. Zach Robinson, one of the best guides around, is doing a 4-hour flats trip for 2. Pretty sweet. And when you get on the boat with Zach, you can bring along a pair of Costa sunglasses with you, and whatever you decide to purchase from Howler Brothers, a $100 gift card at Howler Brothers that will be given away. So again, you're getting a flats trip with Zach Robinson, Costa sunglasses, and a $100 gift card. And we have selected the winner at random from Team Tuna's Tying. That is Fenton Peters. Congratulations, Fenton. Pretty sweet little package for you. Awesome. What do you say?
When you're out there fishing, you'll have your Costa sunglasses on. You want to pick the right lens color. And I think for out there, for what you guys are doing, I really like either the Sunrise Silver Mara for that low light conditions, or maybe the Silver Mara Coppers. I know a thing or two about sunglasses.
How would you know about Costa sunglasses?
I don't know. 7 years in the trenches with them.
Peter has recently come to us from Costa, and we're thrilled to have him on board, and really thrilled to have Costa's sponsorship as well. Okay, let's give away another prize. We've got a 3 Rivers whitewater rafting trip for 2 on the Kennebec River in Maine. That's where I'm from. I grew up in Maine. That is an excellent river to whitewater raft. And there's probably some fishing up there that you could do as well, I would imagine. In fact, I know for sure. And of course, you're bringing your Costa sunglasses with you on that trip. And our friends at Post Fly, who put a fly in the captain's bag for you all, we're giving away a 3-month membership from them as well. So the winner of that prize, drawn at random, is Team... Let's see, it's an individual from Team Want a Beer, and the answer to that is yes, and I have refilled my Dale's Pale Ale glass. I've gone to the well, I hope you have too. So Kyle Hatterick from Team Want a Beer, you are the winner of the 3 Rivers Whitewater Rafting Trip, Costas, and a 3-month Post Fly membership. Congratulations.
Awesome, that's some awesome stuff for sure. Hey Ted, I wanted to show you this. This is my old school Yeti cup. This was the first year they were around, and it doesn't work as well as the Ramblers, but I'm just pretty stoked to have something from way back in the day.
That'll go in the museum someday. That'll go in the museum someday for sure. Awesome. Okay, cool. Well, let's get into some more awards. One of the components of this year's tournament were some social media awards. We had 2 in particular. Traeger Grills did the smoking release. That was the best photo or video that featured a striped bass being released. And then we also had the Fish Pond Conservation Award. Fish Pond's a B certified corp, and they've done a great job with conservation. And so their award this year was who could pick up the oddest piece of trash on the beach and help clean up the beaches of Cape Cod. We also had a very cool opportunity that's actually still going on with Sims. All of the participants got a, we're calling it the Golden Koozie Award, right? They all got koozies in their captain's bags, and anyone who features a photo, video, whatever, using that koozie in whatever fashion you see fit, the top 10 will actually be featured on the Sims Fishing Story and the Cheeky Fishing Story, and the one with the most reactions is gonna be a winner. So that is pretty sweet. We have some epic prizes to give away as a result, and frankly, I think we should go ahead and give away the Traeger grill. So let me switch gears. The Traeger grill, we're gonna pull up the photo in a second here of the smoke and release. It's actually a video, I'm being told, which is even cooler. I haven't seen it. They're keeping me in the dark, as I told you. So we're going to go ahead and pull... Yeah, and Peter, they're going to win a Traeger Pro 575. I have a Traeger. I know you do too. It's amazing, and there's no better way to cook and smoke meats. So is that live on the screen? Awesome. Well, there's our smoke and release. And thank you, Traeger. The winner who took the video, is Joe Delarusso. Congratulations, Joe. You are now the proud owner of a Traeger Pro 575. Congratulations to you, Joe, and thanks for participating.
Yeah, Joe, and check out the Traeger rubs. That's one of the things that I've kind of come across. They've got these great rubs that they put together, especially the Traeger rub. I like the Saskatchewan rub, and I love the big game rub. But check those out. They can just really enhance your grilling experience.
I've started cooking pizzas on my Traeger. It's very versatile, not just meats, but I got the hot tip on deep dish pizzas on the Traeger. Pretty good. All right.
I like it.
So we're gonna circle back to the Fish Pond Award for conservation, as well as the Sims Award for the Golden Koozie, which again, you can actually be participating in that through Sunday night. So that award is still going on live. So make sure if you got your Sims koozie from your captain's bag that you're taking photos and posting them up. So I think it is about time to do another leaderboard look in. So we are now in a second here, when I give the signal, we are gonna release places 4 through 30. You've already seen places 11 through 30, and now we're really getting high up on the leaderboard. There's some pretty impressive scores here, so why don't we go ahead and put the leaderboard up on the screen if we can. Great. It should be up. Okay, so again, because our leaderboard couldn't take decimal points, which we found out last minute, you're seeing here that Big Lick Boys, what a name, 9475. That stands for 94.75 inches. And they were 4th place, and they should be super proud to submit such a great score. Just missed the leaderboard by the skin of their teeth. We'll be releasing the leaderboard here in a second. But it looks like some really great scores. A lot of scores in the 90s here. 93.75, Pete and Chris. Moondog, 92. Katuitt Saltwater Fly Anglers, Fly Tires, they've been with us a long time. 91 inches, very strong score. Stripper School, 90.5 inches. And Nita Keepa, 89 inches. Well done, guys. And then another great name, the Chuck and Duckers, 88 inches. I think people like to have some fun with their team names. What do you think there, Peter?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, maybe that's got to be a prize. The most creative team name.
As long as it's in bounds, that's all I care. All right,
that's
cool.
Right.
All right, so there we go. Great. So that is the leaderboard. The next look that we do at the leaderboard is going to be the podium. Obviously, a very exciting release. We're thrilled to do that. That'll be coming up in the next live segment. But we have some more to do. Let's give away some raffle prizes. So we have raffle prizes 4 and 5. Peter, have you ever used the Sims G4 waders?
I have. I might have a little experience in Sims as well. That's actually, I worked there way back in the day. I won't say how long ago, but worked in the marketing department there. Learned a lot. Still have some great friends over there, and just really stoked that they stepped up and went big this year. I never had a pair of G4Zs, though, with the zipper. You know, it just, I'm always wanted one, and I just never got there.
Well, I think we should give a pair away, and I think we should also pair it with a post-fly 3-month membership. And the winner of that raffle prize pack is from Team Jiffy Lube, and that is Kevin Robinson. Congratulations, Kevin. You're going to be walking around in some Sims G4Z waders at our next 2021 Cheeky Schoolie tournament, and you're going to have some pretty sweet flies from Post Fly as a result. Congratulations.
Awesome.
Next.
That's a great one right there.
It sure is, and we're going to give away some more. Let's do it. Raffle prize. This is our 5th raffle prize that we're doing of 7. And then we also have 3 of our raffle ticket draws that were open to the public. And we'll get to that in a second as well. But next up, we have a beautiful piece of art from Nick Mayer. And it is a striped bass art. We're thrilled to have it. We also are going to pair that with a River Smith 4-banger. That's the rod tube that you can put on the top of your car and slide your rods into. Super useful to have, especially for an event like this. We're also giving away a 3 Rivers whitewater rafting trip and a rafting trip for 2. So again, you're getting a beautiful piece of art from Nick Mayer Art, the River Smith 4-banger, and a whitewater rafting trip for 2. And that is going to Team PLO, and the name on that is Jeff Still. Congratulations, Jeff. You are a winner.
That's awesome. Yeah, and if you want to check out some of Nick Meyer's art, we posted a picture of some of his artwork in our Instagram story today that should still be up. You know, just a beautiful, beautiful piece of artwork there, and something that I would be proud to display in my house. And may just have to go on there and get one for myself.
There you go. Thank you to Nick for that great prize. Okay, we're going to do our first raffle ticket. Many of you were very generous coming on the website and submitting, purchasing tickets for our raffle. Again, 100% of proceeds from the raffle, as well as just 100% of proceeds from this event, go to support our nonprofit partners, Stripers Forever, Keep Fish Wet, and the American Saltwater Guide Association. We're so thrilled to have all 3 of them involved. So the first prize, we're going to give away another Traeger grill, Traeger Ranger grill this time, which we're very excited to give away. And the winner of that, and again, thank you all for submitting and purchasing tickets. The winning ticket drawn at random is John Barrett. Congratulations, John. You are the winner of a Traeger Ranger grill. And again,
and I want to point out not just how great Traegers are, but how great, you know, buying those raffle tickets. Every single penny goes to help striped bass conservation. So that was something that we were happy to do. I think we'll do more of that in years to come. So keep your eyes open.
Yeah, that's fantastic. We really appreciate it. I mean, as we said, this has always been about the fish and really a platform for education, learning. You know, we all need to do our part. And if we can use this tournament to provide some best practices on how to catch and release fish, I think that will just make for a stronger fishery down the road, which is what we all want. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
Peter, can you take it away on a couple of trivia, the next 2 trivia items? That would be awesome.
I would love to. So our next trivia, you know, and we wanted to do a little bit about the fish and a little bit about the place. So the question is, how many miles of coastline does Cape Cod have? Is it 419.5? Is it 1,435.6? Is it 317.8? Or is it 559.6? And when we're talking about that, Cape Cod is really defined by the canal. So it's everything from the canal east all the way. You know, so I think everyone's pretty familiar. Any guesses, Ted?
This one stumped me. I really have no idea. I don't even think I'd wager a guess.
Gotcha. Well, if you did answer correctly, you're put in a drawing for those wonderful Costa sunglasses. And the correct answer is D, 559.6 miles. So that means our participants can really spread out. And this is the time we want to be spreading out.
That's right. That's for sure. Wow, 519 miles. Well, that just shows you how much fishery there is down here on the Cape and why we're all here. It's such a wonderful place. We're so pleased to be here. Awesome. Well, let's see. I think we lead into...
Let's do the next trivia.
One more
trivia?
Do it. Yes, do it. I love it.
All right. So, trivia question number 3. And this, we just talked about the canal. Which of the 3 bridges over the Cape Cod Canal is the oldest?
See, I only thought there were 2 bridges.
There's 3. There's the Sagamore Bridge, there's the Bourne Bridge, and then there's the Railroad Bridge. Right?
Gotcha.
So, what do you think?
I don't know. It's got to be the Railroad Bridge.
You know, it's a little bit of a tricky question, and we gave them A, B, C, or D, and D's the right answer, which is the Bourne and Sagamore Bridge. The Bourne and Sagamore bridges were both open on the exact same day, June 22nd, 1935, and the Railroad Bridge opened just a little bit after that, December of the same year.
So I was completely wrong.
There's a little... See, we're learning today. It's great.
Well, we've got
the winner of that gets a Yeti Roadie 24. And again, we'll be drawing all of these and reaching out to let you know. So if you put a trivia card in and you got the right answer, we're going to send you some stuff. I can't wait for the next one. The next one's my favorite.
One more trivia to go, and Peter's right. We'll get that out to you on Monday, which we're really excited about. So now we are going to lead into our final video segment. Actually, it's not our final. It is our final video segment. So we're going to have a little bit more content for you here, and then when we come back in a few minutes, we're going to get into the real meat of the tournament here. We're going to be doing the Fish Pond Conservation Award. We're going to be doing the Sims Golden Koozie. We'll talk a little bit more about the Skunk Award, the Albie Award, Costa Best of the Rest. We're going to be doing a little bit more raffle, and we're going to be doing the leaderboard and releasing the top 3 and ultimately the winner of the 2020 9th Annual Cheeky Schoolie Tournament. So why don't we go ahead and roll tape on the video segment here, and we'll see you in a few minutes.
I'm Tony Friedrich. I'm the Vice President and Policy Director for the American Saltwater Guides Association.
And I'm Willie Goldsmith. I'm the Executive Director of the American Saltwater Guides Association. And today we're here to give you a brief update on the status of striped bass along the Atlantic coast. We want to give a quick shout out to Cheeky for letting us be a part of the Schoolie tournament this year. We're really happy to be here, even if it is virtually.
And guys, don't forget to support the sponsors and Cheeky for putting on the largest and best catch and release striped bass tournament in the country. As striped bass anglers, I'm sure you're all keenly aware that the stock is in some pretty serious trouble. Based on the most recent stock assessment, the spawning stock biomass, that is spawning age females, that number is at a 25-year low, and it also sits at 25% below the management threshold.
And even as these issues are occurring with the current status of striped bass, about a month ago, the Atlantic States Marine Fisheries Commission initiated a new amendment to potentially revamp the way in which we manage striped bass. This is going to be about a 2-year process, and it's going to revisit issues such as rebuilding timelines, so how long the striped bass fishery needs to be rebuilt when it's overfished, potential triggers that could result in requiring management action, and also looking at reference points. So basically the yardstick by which you measure a healthy fishery. So a lot of really critical elements are going to be on the table here over the next couple of years as this amendment is developed.
We're fully aware that we're talking to conservation-minded anglers right now. And most likely you've participated in the ASMFC process before, and you might be a little disenchanted. But we're telling you now, this is the time over the next 2 years to give it one last go. The next thing coming up is called a PID, a public information document, and they're going to be looking for your opinion on what you want the future for striped bass to look like, with all the facets that Willie just mentioned. Every step of the way, we want the Guides Association to be a trusted resource for each and every one of you. We have the unique ability to take a very complicated topic like fisheries management and distill it down accurately into talk that fishermen can understand. So please follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. Please sign up for our newsletter. Please read our blog, because we want to be there for you, because you're going to have to be there for striped bass.
And with that, we appreciate everybody's taking the time to listen to us today. As Tony mentioned, we'll be fighting to ensure a future for striped bass that prioritizes abundance over just maximizing harvest. It's going to be a tough, drawn-out battle, but we're here for you, and we hope that you'll be here for us. In the meantime, good luck in the tournament, and we'll see you out on the water.
What makes the Chesapeake Bay so special is that it's composed of 43 million acres in 6 different states, and it's incumbent upon us to protect it for future generations.
To understand the complete, if you will, life cycle of the water, you have to see where it starts and what changes happen to it on its journey down to the Chesapeake Bay.
We have such amazing opportunities here to fish, and I hope we appreciate it. I think a lot of people appreciate it, but because of those amazing opportunities, we have a responsibility to give back for some of that we've been given.
All right, welcome back. Thank you so much to all of our great partners, our nonprofit partners, our sponsors, and everyone who contributed to making this broadcast tonight possible. This is really uncharted territory for us, and it's been a great challenge in all the right ways. We've been so excited to put this on. When we wanted to keep something on the calendar. If we felt like if we could do it safely and have some fun doing it, provide an event for folks, and really kind of tap some cool digital assets that are out there and do it in a way that was fun and safe in this wild world that is 2020, then that would be a big success. So we're glad to have been able to put on this digital event. And again, thank you to all our participants for sticking with us this year. We really do appreciate it. Great. So we have an awesome segment, Peter. We're going to go through everything here.
Yeah, this is the big one.
This is the big segment. We're going to give away almost all the gear here that we have left to give away. We're going to do the podium, and then the part that I'm absolutely bar none most excited about is to sign the check to conservation. That's the best part of the event every year. And I hope more folks will come out next year so that we can donate even more money to this fishery that really needs our help now more than ever. So why don't we kick off with the Fish Pond Conservation Award. In a second here when we get ready, you'll hear me keep talking. We're going to put up the photo. I don't know if you've seen it, Peter. It's awesome. The Fish Pond Conservation, it's a huge award. I just think it's really important if we're out there walking the beaches to do our part. So let's go ahead and put up that photo. And they are going to win 2 fish pond slings. And if you haven't used a fish pond sling, I think you'll be pretty impressed. It is quite a product. It's completely waterproof, and I use one all the time, and very, very excited about it. So anyway, let's get to the winner here, which is, oh, nope, I have an edit. I'm sorry. It's the Dakota Carry On rod and reel cases. I screwed that up, didn't I, Peter?
You did. I thought you were calling an audible. I should have known.
No, we were bound to make a mistake. So the fish pond slings are on the podium, it sounds like. But the 2 Dakota carry-on rod and reel cases, which I also have, are awesome. And that's going to go to the Fish Pond Conservation Award winner. Do we have the photo up on the screen? Awesome. The winner is Eric Christensen, who somehow found an enormous, I don't even know what you call these, traffic barrels out there on the beach, and was able to clean that up. So we thank you very much, Eric Christensen, and we also thank you, Fish Pond, for the 2 Dakota carry-on rod and reel cases. That's a great award.
Right, and what a great thing for anglers to be doing every time they're out on the beach. I know that, I'm a big kick plastic proponent, and worked on that campaign quite a bit at Costa, and I just really think anytime you're out there and you can pick up a piece of trash and put it in your pack or put it in your pocket, so the next angler doesn't have to see it, or the next beach goer doesn't have to see it, you've done the right thing. So great award. Thanks to all the great folks over at Fish Pond.
Absolutely. And I think that's a good moment to, again, check in with and just thank our sponsors again. I hope you all can see the banner here behind me. These are the folks that make this all possible. Again, Sims is presenting the event, Costa, Yeti, TNT, Oscar Blues, and just a variety of other, I mean, this is the who's who of people that are really passionate about the fly fishing industry, and we feel so fortunate to have their support. And really, they worked with us. This was just an interesting year. It was a different year, and they were all right there by our side to support us through, a transition from a physical event to a digital event. So we really cannot thank you enough to our sponsors. Awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just can't say, I want to reiterate what you're saying. These guys didn't step away. They leaned in, right? Because they knew it was it's for conservation, it's for fish, and it's for fishermen. It's a great event, and hats off to all the folks that make it happen.
Awesome. Okay, so let's see. I think we should get into another award, the Skunk Award. This is one of my favorites because I was skunked this weekend, and we all know that when you come out here and fish in variable conditions, you just never really know who's going to win and who's going to catch a fish, and but really that's not the point. The point is to get out there, and so our great friends at Outcast Lures, right? So maybe that'll help you put together a package. Have really stepped up to put together this package that'll help you catch some fish, maybe on some spinning gear instead of fly. Is that right, Peter? You never know.
I guess so. I don't know anything about spinning gear. You're asking the wrong guy.
Asking the wrong person. Well, the winner, drawn at random from all skunk card submissions, you had to submit a 0 scorecard, is Brenda Sears. Congratulations, Brenda. We will have Outcast Lures, a prize pack from you, and we're also going to throw in a 3-month post-fly subscription. We wouldn't do that to you. We want to make sure that you have both lures and flies next time you're out there.
That's right. Well, awesome. I was skunked too this weekend. I didn't catch a single striped bass out here in Missoula, Montana.
Gotcha. Well, we didn't have a lot of time for fishing, did we? Hey, Peter, do you think you could take it away with the raffle, the trivia for the final trivia?
Yes, I would love to. And this is absolutely my favorite question. Bar none. So this is question number 4. It's for a Cheeky Limitless 425, which is the perfect reel for what everyone was doing this weekend. It can, it can take the punishment. It's large enough that you can get some, any of the lines that you want on there. So here's the question. What was established in 1670? 1670 from the sale of striped bass? Was it A, the first public schools, B, Bank of America, C, the Port of Boston, or D, the Minutemen? I'll give you a second to think about that. So here's the answer, and I just think it's a really, really amazing question. So the correct answer is A, the first public schools in 1670, Plymouth, Massachusetts, and at this time it was just a colony, right? Built a school and ran it, funded on striped bass sales. The Plymouth Colony School became the standard for our public school system. What an unbelievable story. And this is really one of the reasons striped bass is a quintessential American fish. Really, it helped us, create our first public schools. But more than that, some of the first legislation, and I found this out in one of my look-ins today, George Washington had some striped bass legislation. So a great conservationist even back then. So George Washington said you can't use striped bass as fertilizer because people were just catching them and throwing them on their fields to fertilize their crops. So, man, what a great thing, and what an honor it is for us to catch one of those. If we were going to have a national fish, I vote for the striped bass.
You have my vote as well, Peter. Awesome. What a story that is. I had no idea that was true, and that's why we do trivia, and we'll implement that in the years to come as well. That was really fun. Great. Well, next up on the docket, I'm going to give you guys a little sneak peek of what's left. We're coming to a conclusion here. We have 2 more raffle prizes to do, our 6th and 7th raffle prize. We also have 2 ticket drawings to do. Again, those are the tickets from the website, the 2nd and 3rd one of those. And then we're giving away an award for someone who caught an LB today from shore. Very impressive. Thank you, guys. And we also have the Costa Best of the Rest award. We're going to give all those awards away. Then we're going to do the podium, and then we're going to write the check. We're very thrilled to do that. So why don't we start with a couple of raffle prizes. All right. So for raffle number 6, you are getting a case of High Hook wine from our good friends at High Hook. Mark Seymour, I hope you're out there watching. Good friend and excellent wine. You are getting a Yeti Panga dry bag. That is quite a product. And then you're also getting a Traeger grill as well. So
these last 2 prize packs are just unbelievable. I mean, this one is a gigantic prize pack. You can, look, you have everything you need for a great day right there. You throw that case of wine in your Panga, a couple of steaks, you grab that Ranger, you go down, you tailgate. Sounds like a great tailgating. But the next one's my favorite. The next raffle item is a fan favorite, my favorite.
All right.
This one's pretty darn close.
Case of High Hook wine, Yeti Panga, Traeger grill. It goes to a member of Team Gribble, and that is Alan Gribble. Congratulations, Alan. You are the winner, and we will get that mailed out to you. Peter just foreshadowed that number 7 is pretty epic. I would have to agree, and the reason for that, our last and final raffle prize here, is that you are going to be winning this box of flies right here that you can see on your screen from Mud Dog. These are the best flies in the game, and it's probably the best looking box of flies I've ever seen. This is always a real fan favorite, and if that wasn't enough, you're going to be able to take those with you on the boat with Abby Schuster, who is going to take you out for a guided trip for 2 off Martha's Vineyard. So you are going to be able to put those flies to work. So we have drawn our final raffle prize at random. It is a member of Team Dilf, and the person is, they're probably wondering, they're probably looking at each other again, wondering who's going to, I wonder if Matt Shoemaker, who's the winner, will take his partner on this guided trip. I would too. Well, congratulations, Matt. You are the winner of these awesome Mud Dog flies and a guided trip from Cheeky Ambassador, TNT Ambassador, Abby Schuster. But we're not done. We have 2 ticket drawings that we are going to do. Thank you again for your generous donations to purchase these raffle tickets. We have a pair of Costa sunglasses that we're going to give away, and we also have a Cheeky Limitless 425 fly reel that we're going to give away. Let's start with the Costa sunglasses, and we have drawn again someone at random from the. This was open to the general public, so anyone could have purchased a ticket, and the winner drawn at random to receive some Costa sunglasses is Jim Weatherwax. Congratulations, Jim.
Nice. Jim. I know Jim.
I know Jim,
we all
too.
know Jim.
Cheers to Jim.
Cheers to Jim.
All right. So now we have our last ticket drawing. And then we're going to do the Albie Award and the Costa Best of the Rest Award. So the winner of Cheeky Limitless 425 Reel, you'll see that right up there. I saw an awful lot of those out there today, and that's awesome. We you know, this tournament's all about the fishing and the fun, but it's just great to see the reception of the products as well.
No question, no question.
So the winner of the Cheeky Limitless 425 Reel is Ryan Gallagher. Thank you, Ryan, for submitting, for purchasing a ticket where all proceeds go to support our nonprofit partners, Stripers Forever, Keep Fish Wet, and the American Saltwater Guide Association. That concludes our ticket drawing. So thank you again to all of you who participated in that. We certainly appreciate it.
Awesome.
And I know...
Hey, Ted, can I talk a little bit about the Sims Golden Ticket? Because this is something that's still going on, and you mentioned it a few times. Or the Golden Koozie Award, excuse me.
Please do.
This is still for you competitors. Maybe you didn't win anything, and maybe you didn't make a podium, but hopefully you had a good time. You had a great captain's bag, and one of those items in there is that Sims Koozie. So take that koozie out, take a great photo, and submit it by 5 o'clock, and by submit it, just put it on social media. We'll find it. Tag us, tag Sims, and tag the tournament. We'll find it. We're going to choose the top 10, and then we're going to put those on a couple of Instagram stories, and we're going to let people vote for their favorite. And the winner of that gets a couple of great prizes. They get a Sims Pro Dry jacket, which I have one of those, super thin, just a bomber breathable jacket, as good as it gets. And then a Limitless 425, which, again, we saw a lot of them, and I think we're going to see a lot more of them next year out there, the way we're giving them away.
Hell yeah, for sure. That's awesome. Well, thank you, Sims, for doing the Sims Golden Koozie. That's a lot of fun. We try to come up with these creative prizes. Again, the podium's awesome. We're about to unleash that. But it's also fun to win in other ways, and that's really what this event is about. And one of those other ways that you were able to win this year was the Albie Prize, something we, of course, have never been able to do. This year, we are, so of all the people, so I heard there were a few Albies lost as well as caught, and we drew from random amongst the people that caught an Albie today from shore a winner, and this contestant is going to win a Cheeky Limitless 425 fly reel, a Thomas & Thomas Exoset 9'9" fly rod, one of the best rods out there, that's for sure. Would have been pretty useful today with those wind conditions, I should say.
I bet it would have been. I mean, you need a rod with a backbone, and our friends over at Thomas & Thomas, they can just, right down the street from Cheeky headquarters, don't they?
They sure do. We're about 45 minutes away, and we love to partner with those guys whenever we can. So again, a Cheeky Limitless 425 reel paired on a Thomas & Thomas Exoset 9'9", and the winner is John Venez. Congratulations, John. Quite an achievement from shore. You should be proud. That's awesome.
Nice, John. That's great. That's great. And by the way, in Montana, right down the road is 45 minutes, so that's about right.
That's right. Much bigger state than we're used to, that's for sure, here in New England, us Northeasterners. Well, let's give away the Costa, before we do the podium, let's give away the Costa Best of the Rest. That's the last thing we're going to do before we unveil our final leaderboard look-in. The Best of the Rest award is exactly what it sounds like. It's the spirit of the event, which is of the people that were not on the podium, what was the biggest fish caught? Often the biggest fish in the event, Peter, comes from the podium. It's only natural. But in this case, this year, the biggest fish, did not come from the podium. And I believe you and I have a little wager. And the loser of said wager will be shaving their beard. These have been grown with care during this COVID climate. So this is a pretty big deal.
This is a pretty big deal.
Well,
I've eagerly anticipated this. Honestly, it's a win-win situation for me because I've got this scruffy old COVID beard that if it has to go away, that's okay. But what would be even better is if I get to watch you shave your beard.
There you go. Well, that's true. You do need to shave that thing off either way. Okay, let's give it away. The prize is going to be...
Don't leave me in suspense.
The prize is going to be Costa sunglasses, a Yeti Panga backpack, and some extra tough boots, great deck boots out there if you're on the boat. And the winner, the largest fish in this year's tournament at 31 inches, is Kyle Desmarais. Kyle Desmarais. Congratulations, Kyle. That's a heck of a fish in some conditions that were pretty challenging. You should be really proud of that. Largest fish again in the tournament, and that's a big one. And Peter, I look forward to our Monday morning meeting when you have to shave your beard. Told you.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, that'll be a virtual meeting, but only a few are going to be coming. So don't look for any live links.
Well, again, I take no pleasure in that. It's we always want the big fish to be caught. But it was tough out there today. I think the conditions were windy. You needed to use strategy and tactics and know where to fish. And it's always a different ball game when you're out here. Well, great. We are coming to the end of our program. I want to thank everybody so much for sticking with us this year. We, in a second here, are going to unleash the leaderboard, and that is going to show you the top 3 finishers on the podium. And, you know, it's a different kind of year. We'd love to welcome you up to the podium to be up here with us and shake your hands. But congratulations to everyone in the event. We're all winners here tonight by donating so much to conservation. But without further ado, why don't we release the full leaderboard up on the screen now. Do I have the leaderboard? Notes. Oh, yes, here it is. Thank you, guys. I should also issue a thank you to, I should extend a great thank you to our team and crew here, who's done just an amazing job keeping me mostly in line, but also Peter. So they're fantastic. So, okay, we have the leaderboard up now, and you should be able to see the top 3 finishers. No stranger to the leaderboard. In 3rd place, Team Deceiver with a grand total of 95.00 inches. Again, 9500 stands for 95.00 inches. Congratulations to Team Deceiver. They are receiving 2 Cheeky Tyro fly reels, 2 Sims free salt boots, 2 pairs of Costa sunglasses, 2 Yeti Camino tote bags, 2 Wingo belts, 2 Fish Pond Thunderhead roll top dry bags. There they are. I knew they were in there somewhere. What a prize pack for 3rd place. Congratulations, Team Deceiver with 95 inches.
Awesome. 95 inches. Really, you couldn't get a 37-incher in there? I could have saved this.
Not this year. Maybe next year. That's the beauty. All right, in 2nd place, 99 inches, just shy of that century mark, Team Bass-O-Matics. Congratulations, Team Bass-O-Matics in 2nd place. 2 by Cheeky launch reels, 2 by Sims Dry Creek Z backpacks, 2 pairs of Costa sunglasses, 2 Yeti Hondo camp chairs, 2 Wingo belts, 2 Fish Pond Thunderhead submersible pouches. Another pretty, have you used any of that stuff?
I have used quite a bit of that stuff. And you know, it's just fun to listen to you try to get it all out without losing your breath. I mean, what prize packages these are. These are thousands of dollars worth of gear. You know, I think it's great.
Awesome, me too.
The Bass-O-Matics. I'm going to show my age here, but I remember that skit. That's a Saturday Night Live skit with, I think it was with John Belushi. Look it up.
I will. All right, I'm just prepping my throat for the winner here. So you can all see this on your screen. Team Nutty Fisherman, new to the podium. 99.75 inches, edging out Bass-O-Matics in first place. The winners of the 2020 Cheeky Schoolie tournament are Team Nutty Fishermen. Congratulations to you guys. That's quite an accomplishment, especially in these conditions. And why don't we tell them what they've won? They have won two Cheeky Limitless fly reels, 2 Simms G3 waders, 2 Costa sunglasses, 2 Thomas & Thomas zone rods, 2 Wingo belts, 2 Yeti load-out go boxes, Fish Pond Thunderhead submersible sling packs, 2 of those, and 1 submersible sling and another submersible lumbar. So a pretty epic prize pack. Congratulations to Eric and Mark of Team Nutty Fishermen. You guys did a great job out there, and so did all of our other participants. Awesome.
Absolutely. I mean, that is just an amazing, amazing prize pack. I mean, yeah, I mean, it is all for fun, but boy, those podium prizes are nice. But, you know, you never know. It's only 4 fish, right?
That's right.
You can stumble into that pod of big ones, and you can make it happen, whether you fish here every day of your life or just coming in for the first time. But it really is, it's the every angler's fish, and it's the every angler's tournament. And I think that's why, you know, I've always loved it as a sponsor and a participant, and I'm just thrilled that I now get to be behind the scenes and see how hard everyone works. Again, hats off to our production crew. They work their tails off all weekend long, really all week long, all month long. And also, big round of applause for Ted for thinking about this, for putting this together 9 years ago, and for every year it's better. And even in a year like this, I'm going to say it's even better than it's ever been. Thanks, Ted. It's a pleasure to be a part of it.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Thomas, Matt, and Zach, who are behind the scenes running this event. Really, it was really important to us personally to put this on. It holds a special place in our heart to be able to come down to the Cape every year and fish for striped bass and put this event on. We're thrilled. You know, this is the best part of the event. This is the part where we get to donate the money, the proceeds from the event. Last year, we were able to donate $10,000 to Stripers Forever, Keep Fish Wet, and this year we've added the American Saltwater Guide Association, who's also doing great work. Well, I think the only thing left to do is to sign the check. And then display it for everybody to see. So let's get the signature on here. And with that, we are thrilled to donate. And again, thank you really to all of our participants who made this happen and made this donation possible. We are thrilled to donate $15,610 from this year's Cheeky Schoolie tournament to Stripers Forever, Keep Fish Wet, and the American Saltwater Guide Association. We are absolutely thrilled to make this donation, and we're really, again, we're making it on behalf of all of you, our amazing participants and our amazing sponsors who make this possible. Simms, Costa Del Mar, Yeti, Oscar Blues, Thomas & Thomas all really stepped up to make this donation possible, and of course you all as well. So again, we're thrilled to make a $15,610 donation to these partners, and for me that's by far the best part of the event. So with that, Peter, we're going to conclude. Thank you so much to you, Peter. We really appreciate all the hard work that you put in out there in the field today, checking in with all of our great folks that participate. So folks, with that, it's a wrap. The 2020 9th annual Cheeky Schoolie tournament is in the books. Congratulations again to Team Nutty Fishermen for their victory in this year's event. We're signing off. Thank you again.